Hello everyone! Today is the beginning of the 11.11 sale on AliExpress, and I made a list of 10 items to keep your eyes on this sale, as this is the best time to get the controller you want at a discounted price. Starting at $15, there's the Embernic RGP01. I don't have this controller yet, my review unit is still on the way, but from what I've seen so far, it seems like a really solid controller. The analog stick seems good, the D-pad seems good, it has back buttons, macro, and turbo, and it also has a dongle for a faster wireless connection. Unfortunately, we don't know about the internal construction yet, but when I put my hands on it, we're gonna do a teardown. Anyway, this seems to be the best cost-benefit controller so far. At the range of $35, we have the Fantac EOS Pro and the EasySMX X10. Both controllers are very solid. The Fantac offers you a better kit. It has trigger stoppers, 2 back buttons, additional D-pads, and extra sticks with different heights. However, it uses rubber membranes for the buttons and D-pad. Meanwhile, the EasySMX X10 has removable faceplates and mechanical switches for the buttons and D-pads, which makes it more durable. Next, at $42, we have the Mobapad M6. These are the best Joy-Cons for the Nintendo Switch right now. It uses mechanical switches for the buttons and D-pad, has an extra faceplate with an octagonal gate, and it supports NFC for amiibos. Before buying, just pay attention between the model differences. The M6S has no HD rumble and uses regular micro switches. The M6 HD has HD rumble and uses Omron switches, which are higher quality. Additionally, you can buy a dongle to use it on PC, but that's gonna cost extra $16. At $47, we have the Mechanic G5 Pro V2. This is a solid mid-term controller. It has mechanical switches for the D-pad and optical switches for the buttons. The trigger uses optical sensors too, but they're a bit less smooth than Hall effect triggers. It has 2 back buttons and 2 extra shortcut buttons on the top, but these shortcut buttons are not so good. The switches used for these buttons are poor in quality, and the firmware could have more polished. These are the biggest cons in this controller, and if you can tolerate that, I can recommend it for you. At $57, there's the Beitong Asura 2 Pro Plus. There is nothing too special about this controller, but it performs pretty well. The face buttons and D-pad uses mechanical switches, it has 2 back buttons, and the design is very nice. It even has a slot to start the dongle. At $61, we have the Beitong Kunpeng 40. This is a new release from Beitong. I haven't reviewed it yet, but I bought a unit and we will take a look at this one soon. It seems to be a competitor to FlyDigi's Vader 4 Pro. The tension of the sticks can be adjusted through the ring. It uses TMR sensors for the sticks and triggers, and the buttons uses optical switches. Next, at $63, we have the Vader 4 Pro. This is a very good controller and one of the best of this year. The tension of the sticks can be adjusted through the rings like the Beitong Kunpeng. It has 4 back buttons, the D-pad and buttons uses mechanical switches, and you can change the triggers between an analog trigger and a digital trigger with a clicky response. At $91, we have the Apex 4, which is the premium controller from FlyDigi. The Apex 4 has the best battery life so far. I didn't count the hours, but I can guarantee it lasts a long time. There is an interactive screen on the controller, which you can use to configure the back buttons and triggers. And speaking of the triggers, this is the only third-party controller that has adaptive triggers just like the PlayStation 5 DualSense. The stick tension can be adjusted on this one too, but it uses a different technology with bearings on the stick module. This technology makes the sticks feel super smooth, unlike anything I've tested before. But before buying, be aware that some users have reported that the stick modules can break if you tighten them too much. My review unit is still fine and I didn't have any problems with it, but if you wanna be safe, go with the Vader 4 Pro. And finally, between $150 and $160, we have the 2 Embernic handhelds, the RG406V and the RG556. These 2 handhelds has the same specs, and performance is nearly the same. The 556 has the better screen, and it's better for playing Android games as those games are made with the 16:9 aspect ratio in mind. And the 406V is the best handheld for retro games and 4x3 content. The sticks are also better on the 406V. There is a fix which can make the 556 sticks better, but it's not as polished as the 406V. Anyway, this was my list with recommendations for the 11.11 sale. All of the links will be in the description of this video, including the discount codes that you can use. Buying through these links helps the channel without any additional costs. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.